I think it's good that during year 11 at the beginning, even put out a proposal for your parents. It's like, hey dad, I want to pursue, let's say, an engineering degree in the UK. I have researched these are the few universities that are good, and what are the fees like. So basically for interview, we also look at how do you do situational analysis as well. For example, maybe just a snippet about medicine interview. There's one question we'll ask. Let's say your shift is going to end in 5 minutes. There's a patient roll in now. What do you do?
I clock off. Welcome to the Sequoia Learning Exchange, where ideas meet and learning grows all through the lens of education. Today, we're going to talk about something that every parent and student will eventually face sooner or later, the university application process. So, it is a maze of decision from which pathway to choose, which course, which university, and also whether grades are enough. So today, we're going to make sense of it all with an expert with us, Ms Foo. Thank you for joining us. She's from Sunway University. So again, it's a pleasure to have you today so that we have insights on this that we can feed our parents and students.
Yep.
So Ms Foo, so let's dive into the first question.
Sure.
After IGCSE of post-secondary for our students, they will meet their very first junction, whether OSMAD, foundation, IB diploma. So what would your advice be for them? Do these quietly close or open doors to degree pathways later on?
First of all, I would really try to get to understand the students' needs and also their preference of assessment. So let's say there are students that prefer exam-oriented, there are students prefer coursework-oriented, or there are students that like mix of both worlds. Then we will actually dive into, let's say, someone who loves exam or prefer exam system. A-levels would be a better suit. And next question we will normally ask, where do you want to pursue your degree? Are you looking at UK top universities, or are you looking at the US Ivy Leagues, or you are looking at, I just want to do it in Malaysia? Then we will actually look at what PREU program would be actually more suitable for them. Then we will plan on the timing, even on the subject selection, and what is the preparation for you to go overseas after that.
Okay. So earlier you have mentioned about which format or which framework suits that students better, right? Whether it's exam-oriented or the other one, which is?
Coursework.
More to coursework.
Continuous assessment. Because it's, I think for all the IG school or even SPM students, they are not used to doing assignments or homework that actually contribute marks, you know. Yes. So if let's say they are that kind of students, then maybe they can actually explore options like maybe Australian matriculation, Canadian matriculation, or even foundation program. These are the programs that have a mixture of coursework and examination.
And for purely coursework, what would the choices be?
It would be more for design classes, design programs like maybe diploma in interior design. All these are solely based on all your classwork and all this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So that would be one of the big first steps.
Yep.
Think about first, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so the next question now would be, so when the students seriously start to think about university applications, is there a real timeline to work backward from? So what does leaving it too late actually would cost them? Most of students, like including me last time when I was still blur after my SPM, right? We only started thinking what to do next. So is there any tips or very helpful hint that we can plan ahead?
My personal suggestion will be mainly maybe during the start of year 11, because I think by then the students would know that what kind of subjects that they like to do and don't like to do. They will actually try to streamline to what are the options available. For example, let's say I love maths and physics, physics. Engineering could be the pathway. Then you think of what are the school that is good for engineering, or maybe am I going to go overseas? It's time to start a conversation even with your parents. Because I think all parents, we actually plan, study plan for our children.
Yes.
And finances is important.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And I think it's good that during year 11 at the beginning, even put out a proposal for your parents. It's like, hey dad, I want to pursue, let's say, an engineering degree in the UK. I have researched these are the few universities that they are good, and what are the fees like? Start to talk about the finances. If let's say parents say, I'm unable to send you for 4 years, what will be the option? Look at local twinning options. There are a lot of universities now actually have a lot of partnership with overseas university that can cut your cost into at least half, like 2+2 options or 1+3 means 1 year in Malaysia, then 3 years in the UK. You kind of save quite a lot.
So for Sunway, you say,
yep.
we do have these twinning programs,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes.
also fully local. Well, that will make sense of us. Like first thing to think about is financially,
Correct.
like what you have mentioned.
Yep.
Correct. So for the first choice would be locally.
Yep.
Second would be twinning.
Yep.
Right. Is there a third choice where Sunway affiliates with any universities abroad that they will do fully abroad?
Yes, which means that after year 11, after IGCSE, students will actually continue with the A levels. Then after that, they will go overseas directly for 4 years. We have a placement center on campus, would be able to assist all the students to apply to their university of their choice and to support all the placement tests that is required. Because for certain UK universities, they may need some entrance tests. A lot of students are not aware, but because we have so many years of experience in running this, and we know that by when you need to apply with your UCAS application, what is the test that you need to have, like IELTS or TOEFL, do you need that, So all this, we have it in our little placement center.
I see.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like a
One-stop center, yes, correct, yeah.
So early on, when you were speaking about the proposal, like
Yeah.
students should start looking into it and
Yes,
propose to
yes.
your parents
Yeah.
and start to have that serious conversation,
Correct.
right, with the parents. Now, I think most of our students are not clear on what subjects are compulsory mandatory. If let's say I were to take engineering,
Yep.
so what are the courses that I have to take? Or if I were to go into design or any other courses, there are prerequisites.
Yes, correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit insights on that? How we could be clear on this?
Yeah. The prerequisites will be mainly for the science programs. Okay, sciences would be like engineering is mainly looking at additional maths and physics or chemistry. If let's say you're talking about medicine, biochemistry, physics or mathematics. All right. If let's say I want to become an accountant, what is the important subjects? There's not much of prerequisite, but we will normally look at good in English and good in mathematics. Yeah. So if let's say someone who like arts, I think what we want to see is, because we have a portfolio review, we want you to show me your drawings and all this. Then we will actually see whether will you actually qualify or really have the interest to join art school or not.
Right. So for that, like on the art side,
Yep.
they would need a
Portfolio.
portfolio to
Correct,
show.
correct, correct.
So does it mean that the IGCSE result, which comes first?
Academic still required because we have
Right,
to
okay.
meet the MQA requirement.
That's the benchmark.
Yes. Then so it's MQA, entry requirement, subject prerequisite, then maybe it's portfolio. Or some program will require interview as well. Like medicine, pharmacy, medicine and pharmacy.
Right. So speaking about interviews.
Yep.
Right. Okay. The grades from our IG
Yep.
would be the very fundamentals to be accepted.
Basic, yes. Correct.
Then on top of that, we will have interviews like a review of portfolio. So what actually nails that for like Sunway when you look at thousands of applications? So what stands out in terms of interviews and portfolios?
I think interviews would be mainly look at the students, whether are they really passionate about the subject that you are applying to. So let's say, for example, medicine interview. A lot of, they will be thinking, how good is your biology? But that's given. For medicine, you need to have a straight A's. You have no choice, okay?
A's as in
Straight
10
A's.
A's minimum.
By all the sciences, and maths and English has to be A's. Yeah.
All the sciences except for physics, am I correct? Earlier on when you
Physics
talk
or
about
mathematics, yeah.
Physics or mathematics?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, straight A's, yeah. So basically for interview, we also look at how do you do situational analysis as well. For example, maybe just a snippet about medicine interview. There's one question we'll ask. Let's say your shift is going to end in 5 minutes. there's a patient roll in now. What do you do?
I clock off. That's what I'm not done.
So this is our situation now. We will actually want to see how students respond to this kind of question. And then we will actually give grading about that. So that is actually more for medicine. Okay? But for arts and all this, normally reviewing the portfolio would be good enough.
The talent.
Yes, correct. Yeah, talent. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very interesting
Yeah.
when it goes into live interview.
Yep.
Because not all students are prepared for that.
Correct.
And certain applications would also need to write like an essay. Do we need
That is mainly for maybe the UCAS application applying to the UK. Yes, they do. They have to write a personal statement and then they need to get the lecturer's recommendation as well. So the personal statement will be talking about yourself. We do have all this workshop given to all the students as well, for those that want to apply to the UK.
Alright, but not at the entry level to like Sunway University.
No,
Not
yeah,
at that
not
level.
required, not required.
Okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
Alright, so once we have gotten all these, our pathway, what course I want to,
Yep.
but the next question they will ask is which university?
Correct.
So how do we make the right decision? Which course and which university? So which comes first? So course first or university first?
My personal view is always the program will have to come first. So you have to choose the program of your choice, then you look at which are the university offering it. Because I feel that if let's say I'm good in accounting, the rest of the business degree normally I wouldn't be so bad, I would say. So if let's say you're already good in doing certain tough subjects, your universities is good. That is how people perceive. So have to choose the course first, then you decide then you go university shopping, then you decide which one is actually more suitable.
I like the word shopping. University shopping.
Yeah, university shopping, yes.
So when we look past a university ranking,
Yep.
because that's very realistic, to
Correct.
be honest, right? We'll
Correct.
look through the rankings, but beyond that, what should we really look into as parents and students in university shopping?
I would.
Besides financial as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I think what is important is do make a trip to the institution that you are looking for. Okay, and maybe you don't need to speak to me or any marketing staff. Speak to the students who are studying there.
Can they do that?
Well, during open day, yes. Okay, if let's say you walk into Sunway campus, we have so many students just hanging around the campus. Just sit and talk to them.
Ad hoc.
Ad hoc, yes. You just say that, what program are you doing? For example, let's say they are doing accounting. Maybe just ask, I heard accounting is tough. Maybe the students said, no, this is the best place for accounting. Why is it tough? Maybe the students can share some insights. Because for us, a lot of parents maybe will find that we are too hard sell. Speaking to the students would be, you can actually get the first-hand information, I would say. Yeah. That's the experience that you want to get. Yeah.
So let's get practical, right? So once a student knows where they want to go, they will need to know if they will get in. Right? So the question next is, how does Sunway set entry requirements and how can a student work out if they actually qualify? What is the bare minimum?
I think to enter to Sunway or maybe generally about all IPTS, the private institution, as long as you meet the MQA guided entry requirement, and maybe we will raise it a little bit, then it would be sufficient. So for example, for diploma entry, we need 3 Cs. For foundation or pre-U entry, we need 5 Cs. That's the minimum. But whether do I need straight A's to join my A-levels? I would say if you have straight A's, then I will have a lot of scholarships waiting for you. Yeah, then it would be good for you. Reduce the finance part. And if let's say talking about overseas university, they do have a cutoff point. If you do not meet that, even using your forecast result, you don't even need to bother to apply. For example, let's say for all the Cambridge, Oxford, all the top university, straight A's is guaranteed. But what they will look at is they will actually have interviews as well. The Cambridge professors will fly in, and normally they will they will conduct the interview at our place as well. So all the candidates who have gotten the conditional offer will go for this interview and see how well you do. I did check with a student casually because he said he's applying for engineering, but the professors who interview him is not from engineering. I said, so what do they ask about? So they ask about everything. So you will just have to be knowledgeable enough, not only within engineering, you have to be knowledgeable enough in any other areas as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But
So we also quite shocked because it's like, okay, the student nailed it, so got the placement. Just that because the professors that come to all these countries for interview cannot be only interview engineering because applying to Cambridge and Oxford, there are many programs. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So talking about the conditional offer, right? Does Sunway offer that as well?
We do when the students haven't gotten their actual IG results before the intake starts. Okay, so for local institution, as long as they have finished their exam, for example, the November sitting, okay, they can join the January intake with their forecast results. And once their actual results is out, then we will just convert it to a full offer.
What if when the full results is out and it's not as good as the forecast, what happens after that?
If it's not as good means it's not even, let's say, meeting the 5 credits, we will have 2 options. Either we will encourage the students, reattempt your IG, okay, get enough for 5, okay. If not, then maybe consider diploma. Diploma requires 3. If let's say less than 3, I have one is on certificate level, that is for 1 credit student.
So for forecast results, right, can we use that to apply for scholarships?
Yes, for Sunway, we do offer a special scholarship based on IGCSE forecast results. And this is good is because the amount is actually even more than actual results. Yes, and because why we actually have this scheme is also we want to encourage students to explore options earlier, don't do it too last minute.
Right.
And we also want to reward students with good extracurricular activities.
That's what you see.
Yes, and so results, forecast results, and also the extracurricular activities, then we will actually offer the scholarship based on these 2 criteria.
What are the different packages of financial aid or scholarships that you offer?
I think under Sunway Education Group, because we are under the Jeffrey Chia Foundation, a not-for-profit organization, so we offer a lot of scholarships. So maybe just to look at, maybe there are 4 types of it. So one would be on leadership scholarship, which is good results, good ECA, good leadership. Subject to interview, the scholarship can be up to 100%. Okay. The second one would be the academic base, academic excellence. Purely look at good grades. No ECA, no leadership. So as long as you have 9 A star, full scholarship for A levels. So that is no interview, no quota. So if the whole class is 9 A star, whole class is free. You only need to top up the miscellaneous fees. Yes. And third would be more on a need base. We do give scholarship for students, let's say, come from not well-to-do household income. That will be subject to interview. And those will be actually also full scholarship as well.
But the minimum requirement is straight A's as well?
Not so, but maybe 5 A's. 5 A's. I mean, not too bad, but not. I don't need a straight A's.
Okay. How about partial scholarships?
Partial scholarship, that would be the academic ones. The academic would be based on number of A's. If let's say you have 3 A's, then we will give a 2,000 discount. That kind.
Okay. What if just 1 A short, 8 A star? What do I get?
8 A star, how much? I think 15,000. 15,000 off. 15,000 off, yes.
Alright, so there are
there are tiers, there are different
tiers.
Packages as well, yes.
Alright.
Okay, and last would be more on talent base. We want to reward students is this one, we don't really look at straight A's, but we look at talent. So the talent is interesting is we have one on art and design, and we have music, we have culinary arts as well. So just to share how culinary arts works is students will have to write a short paragraph why I want to be a chef. Then let's say you are selected, all of you come in to come for a cook-off.
Ah.
My chef will actually demonstrate a dish on the spot. You are allowed to take notes and all this. Then you
have to replicate.
Yes, correct.
Like Hell's Kitchen, right?
But no, minus the scolding. Yeah, minus the scolding. So then in the end, the chef will actually judge who actually tastes the best and also plating. Then they will actually get full scholarship. Full scholarship, talent-based.
Talent-based?
Yes, this is for hospitality, for culinary program.
I'm sorry if I've missed the information. Do we need any minimum requirement for grades for
Just
that?
for diploma will be 3 Cs.
So 3 Cs, and on top of that, with your talent, you are...
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
right. This is
For those students who are actually maybe has been playing music and all this while and want to pursue a degree in music, we actually have scholarship for 50% off or even up to 100% for music scholarship.
So that is also talent-based?
Talent-based, yes.
Based on the audition? And
Audition,
also the
they are
portfolio.
supposed to play, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3 or 4 pieces. Then the teachers will actually evaluate whether are you good or not. Then they will just offer the scholarship.
And also up to 100 waiver?
Yes.
100% waiver?
Yes. I think the for all these 100% scholarship, what we want the scholars to do is they are supposed to perform during their degree. Means you will still continue to practice and do well and then perform during our events. We have sports scholarship as well for state and national players. So all these will actually represent Sunway for competition. If it's a chef competition, then we will send the young chef to go over to actually train more. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Students, take note. Right? Yeah, because
Yes.
we do have an array of different students,
Correct, yeah.
different abilities.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So it's good to let them know
Yep.
that Sunway is also offering this type
Correct.
for talent-based courses.
Yes.
So that goes the same with arts and designs, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you for
Okay,
that.
yeah.
All right. So another question is that sometimes we see some students they would like to challenge themselves. Right?
Okay.
Instead of taking 10 subjects, they will go, to the extent of 13 subjects.
Right.
Okay, and acing it, of course. Right. So 10 A star, that would be the ceiling. Usual ceiling, right? 9 to
For
10.
IG, yeah. For
Yeah,
IG schools.
9 to 10, like for a university application. So what does a 10 A star versus a 13 A star student, what does that make a difference for a university application?
If it's joining a pre-U program, that number of A's will actually help you to maybe you get more scholarship. But our ceiling is already 9 A star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But if let's say in A levels, let's say you join our A levels and you are aiming for top universities, having more A's, because A levels, I think if everyone knows, A levels will only require 3. Everyone has 3 A's.
Yep.
If you have 4 A's to show that you are more capable, so for them it's easier to choose. For top universities, competitive programs that will mainly looking for 4 subjects students, that if you can show me 4 A star, great.
Right.
I choose you to come for interview rather than a 3 A star.
So going back to the 13 A star, it's not quite, will not make that much difference in terms of like scholarship and acceptance.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, but I think the 13 subjects, so that is all different subjects, but maybe I will look at it from another angle would be, maybe the student would like to try out different areas.
Sure. Yes,
I'm a pure
yes.
science, I don't know what's happening in literature or
Right.
maybe business studies, then maybe I want to try that as well.
Yeah, so that's more of an advantage for the student who likes
Yeah,
to explore
correct,
more things
correct.
and more on the personal
Correct.
growth. But does that 13 A star, for example, build on the portfolio or resume of that student in his or her future applications?
I don't think so, but normally for university application, they do need to give the IG results as well.
Previous track record,
Yes,
right?
yes. But is it important? Nobody say it out loud is important, but it shows that your capabilities.
Something to highlight, perhaps. Right? Okay. So this is a question for a student who has actually started a course.
Yep.
Okay. What if halfway and I think that this is not really what I signed up for? Can I switch to another course or another subject, or withdraw from certain? How does the credit transfer things happen?
Okay. I think first of all, have to understand for your own self, it's like, is it really not suitable? Or are you really struggling to strive for an A or just a pass for the subject? That is why during the pre-university level, we will encourage the students to try out the subjects. We have a lot of science students. They are considering accounting, but they do not know how tough is accounting or how challenging it is. But instead, then they will try accounting subjects in the foundation. If I like it, I continue. If I not enjoying it, maybe I will just delete accounting from my list. So let's say after foundation, I have gone into, let's say, a business degree or an accounting degree, and I find that it's tough. And I'm slowly losing interest. 3 years of degree, if you want to change, normally we will advise you change after year 1. Change major. Because a lot of universities tends to have specialization studies in year 2 and year 3. Yes, correct. So if, let's say, I still enjoy my program, maybe I don't like it, but I still okay, doing well, just complete the degree. And you can work in any other areas. That's what I will see. I mean, a personal case that I've met is one girl walked in one day. He said she's a LLB graduate, law degree. So I said, oh, looking for masters now? She said, no. I want to pursue accounting now. I said, why accounting? Because after she graduated from LLB, she worked in the audit firm in legal affairs. So, and she finds that knowing accounting will help her in her job. So that's why she said, I want to pick up accounting program. So I said, great. I said, there's a program suitable for non-accounting grads to join, will be called ICAW. That is actually, then the company actually sponsor her to come and take this program. Yeah, so I have to look at whether I really still love it or I really can't cope. Then will have to be your own student's decision.
Right, but you do have like a panel of to consult for the students to consult
yes,
for
yes,
advice,
yes,
right?
yes, correct.
Okay, so if you are ever lost in midway, do go to the right people.
Yes, correct.
We hear the word accreditation a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So things like MQA approval or a professional body recognition such as ACCA in accounting. So what does that actually mean for student in practical terms? And is it tied to specific course or the university as a whole?
Okay. MQA would be the ones that is actually going to approve all our programs. Okay. ACCA or ICAW and all this will be normally tied to the program. Okay. Why the professional like ACCA or even ICAW or even IFOA are important is because I think for Asian parents, I want my kids to come out and work and faster and qualify faster. So we will always advise students, when you look for a degree program, do they have subject exemptions into all these professional qualification? Then you cut short the journey and fastest to become a qualified accountant. Because an accounting degree, when you have completed your accounting degree, you are not an accountant. You still need to have an ACCA license. You still need to have either CIMA or ICAW, CPA, either one of them. So we have students like maybe they will take another 1 more year in order to qualify. Then they will actually become accountant after that.
So it is tied to the university?
Program and under the university.
Okay, so we can do it all one shot in a university with all this accreditation.
Sunway has most of the professional qualification on campus already. So, and I think good thing is there are a lot of master's program now, have all these professional qualification built in. So it's like, let's say you also want to do the professional level, then might as well. You just top up a few more subjects, then you can get the master qualification together with professional qualification.
Understood. So we do not need to take it independently, like a separate course out from what I've signed up for.
It depends as well,
So one last question.
Sure.
So once accepted, what helps the students settle in? Like we have counselling, and then later on we will have internship, field practice, things like that.
Okay. All right. Normally for a student, let's say a 3 years degree program, we have actually built in more on a career preparation, a lot of workshops ongoing during these 3 years of studies. And we also prepare them for interview skills. How do you prepare your CV? How do you dress professionally?
Is
and
it
all
part
this.
of
Yeah,
the course?
part of the course. I mean, is in our university DNA.
But it's not a subject like
it's not
a
the
course
tick,
credit.
but it's not a credit bearing subject, I would say, but it's actually all these soft skills are offered during their non-class hours. But of course, we will encourage students to attend all these workshops so that they are more prepared to go for their internship, to go for their employment later. So we do have a lot of extra efforts to build in. Let's say, for example, we bring in the CEOs to come in to talk about what the industry needs now. 20 years ago, CEO maybe need hardworking workers. CEO now will tell you they don't need all this, but they need more. What kind of employees that they are looking for? So they will actually have a lot of forums that will share, like let's say from accounting field, what do they look for? In culinary, what do they look for? For hospitality, what do they look for? And that is where our students will get to learn. Maybe I need to pick up AI skill. Maybe I need to pick up extra certification like Python, or maybe I need to have more corporate training or even interpersonal skills and all this. These are the skills that the students will have to know whether are you equipped with it or you are not. So that is where our university, we have a department called Student Life. That is where they actually have a lot of workshops and a lot of talks and all this for the students to experience.
And to prepare them for what's coming after.
Correct.
All right. Thank you, Ms Foo, today for your generous time and insight. Okay, so for parents and students who are listening to us today, I hope you have a clearer picture from Ms Foo today, what comes after post-secondary and also what to expect into university admission. So thank you again, Ms Foo.
Thank you.
Stay with us and see you in the next episode.
Yep.